Been awesome.
And welcome to the Ram TV and AngeloSports.com postgame show. I'm Russell Howard. I'm joined now by record-setting coach Travis Scott. Coach, let's just go ahead and talk about it first. 800 wins. What's it feel? I know coaches downplay accomplishments, but somewhere deep inside, you got to take some pride in this.
Yeah, I mean, it feels good. You know, the amount of time that it's taken to get to 800 is what makes it good. You know, I'm in year 16, so it averages out. You know, you say 15 and a half years to get 800 wins. I think it comes somewhere around 44, 45 wins per year, and that's the part I'm proud of. You know, because especially playing in this conference and in this part of the country. Wins aren't easy to come by.
Oh,
you know,
no.
tonight was a prime example. The wins aren't easy to come by. You got to work for them.
Right.
But when you got players like Courtney Barnhill and Tegan Kirk and, you know, Brady Marlette, Morgan Hill, Kennedy Urbany, Casey Easley, I can go way back, Alexis Wing, I mean, just Alex Dean, all the greats over the years.
Right.
You know, wins are going to come, and we've been really fortunate to have a lot of great players.
So let's talk a little bit about tonight. So you got up 3-0 pretty quickly. Ashlyn Lerman with a big 2 RBI double there in the bottom of the second. Midwestern State came back, tied it up, but then Mrs. Clutch, I guess we could call her, Courtney Barnhill stepped up, clutch 2-run home
Well,
run.
that's why we got her sitting at the top of the lineup in the leadoff spot. We just want to get her as many at bats as we can. And you know, at the beginning of the season when we were looking at, you know, really in the fall when we were looking at, you know, who's going to take over Madison Greenwell's spot. You always like to have a kid like Megan Gordon, Ashlyn Lerman. Somebody can go out there and steal you 20 or 30 bases a year. But we just didn't feel comfortable enough in Megan and Ashlyn being able to get on base enough. And, you know, that's just the reality. It's not a knock on them, but,
right.
you know, so I thought, let's just take our best player, our best hitter, stick her in that leadoff spot just for situations. I mean, because you just think, okay, if there's 2 outs in the 7th and we're down by 1, got a runner on second, who do you want in the plate if your 9-hole gets on and gets to the top of the lineup?
Exactly.
And, you know, it was
Prime
just the bottom
example.
of the 6th instead of bottom of the 7th tonight. So that's exactly that's why we've done it. That's why we have done it. You know, and we did it tonight without, you know, we've been playing without Karina Rocha this week, who's out with a little injury, and hopefully we'll get her back next week. And then and Michaela Stroud didn't play until they're at the end defensively. She's having a hard time swinging the bat a little bit. She may be able to go tomorrow. Hopefully she felt better today. But yesterday in practice, she was in some pain. So tomorrow, hopefully we can get her back in the lineup. So the fact that we went out and did it without 2 starters, we're 3-0 without 2 starters. Maybe I just need to rethink the whole starting lineup. But
and on a day when Taylor Fogel, you know, your 4-hole goes 0 for 4. So somebody else, you know, next man up, next woman up, stepped up and performed.
You know, we showed a lot of discipline. She struggled with her rise ball quite a bit today, and we did a good job of laying off of it and drew a bunch of walks. I think we had 6 walks, and you know, that's what we've done a really good job of for the most part all year long, is making pitchers throw strikes. And you know, it's teams like us, it's teams like West Texas A&M, teams like Tarleton and Commerce. You know, they're really disciplined hitters, and we're really disciplined hitters for the most part. We make you throw the ball over the plate, and it's hard to pitch to teams that don't chase. And you know, we did a really good job tonight, and then got some big hits. Ashlyn Lerman, that was her first extra base hit of the year, by the way.
Really?
Yeah,
that I did not
realize. 2 RBI double, so that was, you know, that
clutch.
was good for her. That was clutch. And you know, we stole some bases. I think we stole 4 bases, and Tegan had a big throw out there on a ball in the dirt. The girl took off when she saw the ball in the dirt, and Tegan picked it and
from her knees.
She chunked her out from her knees. I mean, she's an incredible catcher, you know. So we've been blessed with a lot of great catchers here, and she's definitely up there with, you know, the top of the list.
And that was a big throw, especially after that, I guess, fluke throw down to third where she had that run. She had her nailed, and just a fluke hit the runner and went into short left field. But she rebounded with that nice throw out down there in second. And we were talking about it in the inning break, because right after that throw out, there was another single. Was there not? So that could have potentially scored a go-ahead run from second on that play.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's little things like that.
Right.
You know, we gave them the opportunity. Well, actually, they should have never scored, you know, if Tegan does make the – now, granted, it was a wild pitch that led the whole thing, that whole shebang off, but it bounced right back to Tegan, so the runner's dead to rights trying to come down the line, and as she's going back, if Tegan makes a throw that doesn't hit her, you know, she's going to be out by 5 feet, but, you know, the angle was tough and all that, and it happened to clip her on the shoulder. It kicks into center field. The next girl hits a double. It's 3-3. So instead of a 3-0 game, you got a 3-3 game, so – you know, it all kind of works out, but if you work hard and you play hard and you practice hard and you do things right, eventually good things come your way. And luckily tonight, it ended up in our favor.
Right. Well, we're going to go ahead and close this one down. Congrats on 800.
Congrats to Coach Shippey and the Bells basketball team.
Indeed.
I understand that they won, and, good year for Cinco Boone and the men's basketball. I know it has to be a tough loss for them.
Indeed. Well,